Hey, how's it going, guys? It's your boy Hugh Reyes, and today I'm going to be talking about a little bit about an overview of what I want to accomplish in the coming year and for the upcoming years as an artist, as a photographer, as an engineer, as a creator. So, we're going to talk about those things a little bit. So, what I want to do here first is uh, let me light up my cigarette first. All right, so here we're gonna start off by what am I trying to do as a creative? Let's see. First, I think the gist of what I want to do with through what I create is I want to translate moods into tangible pieces that can be experienced visually or however. But I think right now I'm focused on visual representation. But I won't be limited. I won't limit myself into just, for example, photography that I'm doing right now. And the reason is because I don't want to constrict myself to just one mode or medium. I think as time goes on and as my process evolves, I'll be using different types of methods and materials and just different equipment, maybe. So I think just for myself, I don't want to put myself in a little box, which I think it's cliche, right, to say, but it's true. Next on my list here, I got my handy dandy journal. So let's see. Right now, I'm exploring photography and I'm learning more each day that I go out and shoot. I'm getting better and better at my composition, at training my eye to see different things in each setting that I go to. And that's my main method right now. My tools right now consists of my camera and a I'm using Photoshop and Lightroom. And how I'm marketing myself or how I'm putting myself out there is through Instagram. I'm using Adobe's Behance social network, which is a network of uh, like multimedia artists, and I'm using Adobe's portfolio to showcase my work, which is just like a website for showing off your portfolio. So with those like channels, I wouldn't say I have a lot of followers right now. This is kind of like the beginning. I've been populating my Instagram with my photography for like this past probably year. I have around 300 posts on there, and I have minimal engagement. And I guess this video journal, I'm gonna keep doing them, but the point is to see my progress over time. Well, where I'll be like updating the numbers that I get, and just in general, like the evolution of the process. But so far, I have like 100 followers, and like I said, minimal interaction. I'm getting more reach as I've seen on my Instagram statistics, but I'm aiming to increase those numbers and hopefully like engage more people on my posts. So that's the goal for Instagram. Behance, like I said, it's a social network for multimedia artists, and I would say it's kind of like a more professional network. But yeah, I'll be posting projects on there as well, because in that social media environment, you post your art or your works in multiple projects, and that's how they're categorized on your page. So I'll be doing that. And of course, my portfolio right now I just barely made it. I think I made it today in the morning, and I've only posted like 4 pictures on there, but I'm expecting to populate it more. It's just I wanted to get like a visual for how it's gonna look, and so I just kind of mocked it up for a little bit right now. And okay, so these are the things that I'm using right now. I'm also on stock photography on Adobe, and I don't know where that'll go, but hopefully it goes somewhere. But like I said, I'm kind of like 1 year in, and so far, I've had my challenges with just creating, but as time goes on, my creative process is improving, and there's more what is that? More momentum going towards making things. And in the past, I've made my own personal websites. I'm a software engineer, and I made my own website in the past and hosted it on my own computer. And then I moved on from hosting it on my own computer to having it hosted online on a hosted service. And then from then I moved on to Squarespace just because I felt like I was spending too much time on the website developing it, and I wanted to have more time publishing things on the website than actually working on the website with code. So that's some of the moves I've made thus far. In the past as well, I've also, let me see here. I've written articles on Medium. I've written articles on Medium. I've written like maybe 3 or 4 articles, different subjects, but related to my interests. I don't have them linked anywhere right now on my websites or on my Instagram, but I'm planning to make those available soon or in the future. And, well, how I started current my current photography stuff is that I used to take pictures on my iPhone, and I was quite proud of my stuff on my iPhone. I wasn't like seeking out I wasn't seeking out um, I wasn't seeking out like these photographs. I wasn't doing it full time, not even part time. I was just taking photos of the things that caught my eye on my daily life, and I'm pretty proud of the stuff that I captured. Like, honestly, I look back at it and I'm like, I had a good eye, even though like I never had any training in photography. So yeah, it was an like iPhone 8 probably, and the stuff that I really liked to take pictures of was like neon signs, and I had a couple of those pictures. And back then I used to have a different Instagram and I posted those pictures. But even on my current Instagram, if you go to the beginning of my Instagram, most of those, like probably 10 to 15 pictures of those, were taken on my iPhone. And you can see, I guess, the progress between the photos now and then. But that's how I started with my photography. A little bit more about my, I guess, artistic background that you could say is I was a musician. I still consider myself a musician, but I played clarinet for 10 years when I was in throughout my schooling, K through 12. I was in concert band all throughout, and then the last 2 years of high school, I was in marching band, and I played clarinet, and yeah, it was a good time. I've always enjoyed music, enjoyed making music, enjoyed playing in the concert band. I was never quite an avid uh, practice sir practitioner. No, I wasn't always good at practicing my instrument, but I was good enough to, I guess, to play the right notes and to make the right sounds. So although I didn't practice that whole lot, I guess I was still immersed in that scene, and that's had a great impact on my personality, and in general my life. I started playing electric guitar in middle school, and I learned, quite a handful of songs on electric guitar, uh, mostly classic rock songs or metal songs, but the old school stuff. Now, I'm still playing electric guitar. I don't play clarinet that often anymore, but I want to get back into it. And electric guitar, I'm trying to see if I can get a couple people to play with, a drummer, a bassist. So when that happens, I'll probably post a video of that. But that's one of my dreams, to play in a band. I've played in a band before when I was in high school, and we played at a certain bar. I remember I played at least 2 shows, and it was cool. But I want to like do that again now that I'm older. So that's the stuff with the music. And also, I also, I got a MIDI controller, which is just like a little keyboard with drum pads so that you can make your own beats. And I'm exploring that still. I'm just seeing what type of sounds I can make, what compositions I can make, even if they're not full length compositions. I just like to fiddle around with it. And I've made a couple tunes that aren't full length, but they're like a start of something. And I think eventually I'll come back to those. But right now, I haven't really touched it in a couple months. So that's basically it for the music thing right now. It's still in the works, but what I want to capture with this video journaling is the creative process that I have. I want to really show you guys how I go through making what I make. What's the thinking behind it? What are the ideas? How I get those ideas? And just maybe kind of like here and there make a video of me actually in the process of making these things. I also want to document how my life changes, how I evolve as a person, as an artist, and how I make a living through my work, or how I will do that. And while I'm doing that through these video journals, I want to be expressive, informative, and introspective. The last part, introspective, that's mostly for myself. But if I think it'd be like a really interesting panorama to see the whole journey, however long I'm making these videos for. But I hope to keep making them as the years go by, just kind of as, I don't know, like checkpoints. But yeah, right now, I would say this is the beginning. I have a year in, and yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes. So, if you're interested in the process, the journey, the life, uh, just keep on following, and we'll see how the road treats us. But I would say I feel pretty good about this, and I think sure I'd encourage people to follow their interests or passions and eventually work in something that they enjoy doing, because that's kind of how I did it. You know, at first in school, and uh, I was studying computer science, and I did it because it interested me. And then I moved on from jobs to job that like piqued my interest, and eventually now I'm here, right? So I've been finding this path really fulfilling, even though sometimes you're just kind of thinking of like, man, what am I gonna do next? Because you don't know what the next step is. But I think finding the next step is part of like the growth that you'll do. Even if you don't become, an artist yourself, but I think like the process, even if it's not strictly creative, I think everybody has a process of going through their life and finding out what they're going to do. So, yeah. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in, I say, a week. So, see you guys.